Ever spent thousands of dollars on website design only to wait weeks or even months for results? Watch this professional portfolio site come to life in literally under 60 seconds with no coding, no skills needed, only talking to an AI and getting really good results. This is how websites are designed in 2025. So this is Readdy, and as it says on the site here, you can build websites in a matter of minutes simply by talking to AI. You don't need to drag and drop, you don't need to edit that much, you simply talk to the AI and it's as if you're talking to a professional website designer. And then it's going to go ahead and design the website for you. And there are a few examples of this in action on this landing page here. So here we can actually see going through a website that was made with AI, and in my opinion, guys, this looks incredibly good. Now, if we scroll down, we can actually see a bunch of different templates you can work with. As you can see, these are all of the results, whether it is a coaching business, whether it is a portfolio, or anything else. You can really design anything using this AI, and I think this is a fantastic innovation when it comes to developing websites. Want to dominate your niche and flood your inbox with leads? Here's YT Ranker to help you build the right strategy and make it happen. First, let's open up an incognito window to keep everything fresh. This will ensure there's no history or cookies and will ensure unbiased results. Next, we're going to open up YouTube like you can see here. We're going to click on these three dots and we're going to see that yes, the language is English and the location is set to the United States. Now I'm going to search Saxo Broker as our keywords, and we're just going to press enter and see what comes up. As you can see, the first result here is my video, in fact, about Saxo Broker. And because of this strategy, we're ranked directly at the top of YouTube. Now we can try another one, best email hosting for my domain. We can press enter, and guess what? The first video that comes up is in fact me. So this just goes to show the strategy works, and you can actually go and test this yourself. So enough waiting. If you're serious about leads and niche power, head to ytranker.net today and make it happen. Let's get back to the video. Now, to get going with this, all you got to do is create an account. You can do so with Google or whack in your email address, and then it's going to ask you for a project name. So we're just going to call it Hamilton's Portfolio, and then we can actually choose what type of code we want this to be in. So whether we want it in HTML, Vue, or React, we can do so very easily. There's even UniApp here, but let's keep it as HTML for simplicity's sake. Next, we're going to press create, and then it's going to ask us what we want on the site. Now, we can go for a desktop or a mobile site here, but let's go for desktop in this case. And if you're not really a talker or a writer here, guys, you can actually go down and pick one of these templates to work off very easily. So here I've got a prompt that I've written earlier, but in short, yes, it's create a sleek modern website for Hamilton's video editing portfolio. The site should feature a clean, dark themed design with a focus on showcasing high quality video projects, etc., etc. A few more details here. But let's just press enter here and see what it comes back with. Now it's thinking about the page structure and designing the overall layout. After this, it's going to go ahead and code up the site for me. As you can see, it's basically planned out my whole site for me, where we've got a 2-column layout, got the portfolio gallery in a grid layout here, and it's just basically got everything here ready for it to generate the entire site for me. So let's click generate and see what it comes up with. Now, while this is generating, it's actually giving me a very nice tutorial here in which it's going to show me how to edit the page, create second pages, collect data from the actual page itself, and even publish the website. This is really intuitive and helpful for anyone that is a little bit newer to website design and really just wants to talk to the AI. So good stuff there. But here we can see it's come up with my own logo here. It's given me a fantastic website for video editing with that dark theme that we talked about. And you can see it's got my technical skills here, Adobe Premiere Pro, 98%. And all of the other video editing places, and you can even download my CV directly from this site using the button. This is fantastic. It even shows my work experience at the bottom here. This is really cool. Obviously, they can't generate a picture of me here, but you could swap this image out very, very easily. Now, if we went up here to the portfolio, here we can see the finished results. And I do love the functionality it's implemented here, where we can actually view a project and see that it's actually got the video demo of that project as well here. Obviously, this is just a troll, but we can actually replace this with our own videos. So if we wanted to go in and edit any of this, all we got to do is press this selector in the bottom right here. So if we click that, we can hover over different sections of this site and actually ask the AI to change it, or go in and change the text if we want ourselves. So here you can see I'm changing the text, blah, 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 save, and then it's actually going to change this section of the site. So if we scroll down again here, we can see that yes, now that text has been changed, but obviously that's not a great one. And what I do love about this, it's actually going to save different versions of the site for you as well here. So in the bottom left, we can see there's V1 and V2. Let's go back to V1 here, and then we'll see that that text is actually now back. So I haven't seen a lot of AI website generation sites do anything like this, where you can actually roll back if you do make a mistake, or if you make something and you don't like the look of it at the end. I do like this feature, and that can be something that's fantastic. But let's say we want to change the image here, or we want to apply a link. Let's press this selector again, and then hit this image. We can say, hey, let's change this image to something else, or we can remove the background of the image, or even generate a new image here. But yes, if we wanted to upload that, we can then change that very, very easily. We can also make this a link where, yes, we can just add a link here, whether it's a page on our site or a link to another site. Maybe that's an affiliate link if you're doing e-commerce or something like this. A great option to have here in the page kind of editing side to this. And what I do like about this is you're not going to be dragging and dropping and messing up the formatting. It's really just select a section, and then you can do a few things here, right? You can actually go and change it yourself, or you can actually go and tell the AI to change that specific section, which I think is really, really good. So here I've got another site I've been working on here, and we can see that this background is pretty cool. But if we wanted this to be a generated video, all we would have to do is ask this AI agent to generate a video in this background area, and it would make that video seamlessly. And this is going to be better for a more engaging website for sure. Another really cool feature here is if we go down to the videos, what we can do is press this button and then press continue to generate. And then we're going to get seamless page generation simultaneously from using this feature. And once we're happy with the site, what we can do is press this publish button at the top. And then it's going to be a one-click publishing where you connect it to your domain, and then boom, you will have a fully functioning website with your own URL working for your clients to see. Now let's talk about the data collection feature on this, because this is another unique feature of the Ready AI platform. So here, if we were to click this data collection at the top, we could have this form actually sending information to a G sheet or an Excel sheet in which, yes, we can collect people's names and emails so we can retarget them in the future. Really cool feature there. But if we wanted to actually publish the site, let's actually press the publish setting. And yes, we can connect our domain here very, very easily. And we can even select which page we want as our home page. Once we're happy with that, we simply press publish and it will be set to our very own URL. Now, another really cool feature is this export option here at the bottom. So if we click that, we can actually export this to Figma or export to Createe. Now, if you don't know what Figma or Createe is, this is where you can actually go in and edit if you did want that drag and drop site, or you could go in and sell a specific site design on Figma to other people. So that's another way you can monetize from using this AI to generate good websites like you can see here. One thing I will say is the color consistency here and the branding, I consider to be really top tier. It's really decided on a brand style for me here. We can go in and actually edit that if we want. But for now, I do think this is fantastic. I may even just use it for my own portfolio, even though this was an example. Now, if you are a coder as well here, guys, you can actually go in and see the code here for the entire site. And yes, this is a meaty file, but if you know your way around coding and HTML, you can find different sections of this very, very easily. So great stuff there. I do like the fact you do have that ability. If you are a coder, you are someone that does want to make specific changes, you can do so by just going into the code here very easily. Now, another thing you can do with this is also actually copy that code, send it to someone or a developer, or you can download the code as well here. So a great implementation here from Ready AI. But how much does this actually cost? Well, I've been on the free plan today and you are able to see everything I was able to do. And that obviously costs nothing. You can export your code, you can have up to 2 projects, and you can have fun, create your portfolio site in a matter of minutes like I did. But if you want to go a little bit further here and get access to the Figma side, have 10 projects, have a lot higher limits on your credits for the AI, then it's literally only $20 a month. And this is like buying a coffee or having a Netflix subscription here, guys. Super, super cheap when you compare that to hiring a developer, a designer, a graphical artist, etc., etc. I mean, that's going to cost you thousands of dollars normally. So having it all in one place for literally $20 a month, I think is really decent. Now, if you want to go a step further here, you can actually go ahead and pay the $40 per month, which is still incredibly cheap. You're also going to get 11,000 credits. You're going to get everything in the previous plans, and you can also have the data stored for 10,000 leads per month, which is more than enough if you are doing video editing like my example here today. So that is Ready AI. Definitely check it out in the description, guys, because this is one of the best websites out there when it comes to generating websites with AI, talking to that AI, and then tinkering with the design to get your desired product. This is honestly better in my experience, who's worked with hundreds of devs. I mean, this is way better than any dev I've ever worked with. It just does what you want. It applies all the colors. The UI is fantastic. And we've only seen one example here today, but you saw all of the templates and the versatility of this product. So definitely check it out in the description. Give it a go. It is free. And I'll see you guys in the next video.